Good afternoon. What is creative financing? Basically, it's any financing that doesn't use traditional financing like a bank where you need 20% down. You have to give them 2 years tax returns, like 6 months bank statements, put 20% down. Creative financing is the exact opposite of that. With loan and own, it's done with a private money lender. So you're using other people's money. Basically, it's any way that's creative. But what's interesting about creative financing, and a lot of people don't realize this, is that it's been around long before traditional mortgages were around. It's how things were done before there were even banks. They didn't have banks, they didn't have mortgages. People would just trade and barter, or if they were to sell a piece of land, it would just be done from one owner to the buyer. And they would just make their own deed of trust. It's called a deed of trust, and literally sign it, piece of paper, and that was it. More or less a handshake with a deed of trust written down. But I mean, you were really going on the person's word that they were going to be able to pay you back and that they weren't going to rip you off. Traditional mortgage was created because the banks needed something to sell to you in order to collect a mortgage payment. That's how a bank makes their money. Banks don't make their money off real estate. They don't want to be involved in real estate. They make their money off the interest that they charge you for loaning you the money to buy the property. Most people, the biggest purchase they ever make in their whole life is a home. So they created the mortgage, they created the American dream, so where everyone thinks they have to buy a home, and now they're indebted to the banks for 30 years. If you think about it, it's pretty brilliant. And that's why the loan and own strategy works so well, is because we aren't the landlord, we are the bank. We are making money the same way that Wells Fargo makes money off the interest we charge a homeowner. We're also providing affordable housing for a family that would never qualify for traditional mortgage because you need great credit. You need to put 20% down. We don't have to deal with any of that because we are the bank.